Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Mdeha J, and today's video is going to be testing makeup. So I've got quite a few items to test out, some new concealers, foundation, some of which I've used, so I can give you my first impression, my review of them. So I am very excited to play with makeup. This is going to be my first official 2023 playing with makeup type of video. So I'm very excited. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you love makeup tutorials, makeup reviews, you love fragrances, you love beauty related content, then definitely subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you, and make sure you turn on your notification bell so you know when next I release a video. So let's just get to it because there's a lot of good stuff here and I'm excited to jump right in. Right, so we're finally going to use the Good Apple foundation. I have used it once already, and I do have my kind of like first impression of it. I think the primer that I used with it was definitely wrong. I used the Revolution X, the plastic boy, which kind of gives you like a really supple, really skin, like very hydrated, very supple type of look. And the foundation itself is very oily. So around 4 or 5 hours, it really broke down, and my face looked like an oily mess. Like seriously looked so oily. So what I'm going to do today is use more of a blurring, mattifying type of primer and then see how it applies. But generally my first impression is that it applied well. I think I chose the wrong shade. What else is new? But let's get there. So let me go in with my primer, and I'm using the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas primer. This blurs my pores. It applies like a moisturizer and then it just mattifies, which I really love. So I like to put it especially in areas that I get very oily, which is around my mouth, my nose, the usual T-zone area. While that's drying down, for the rest of my face, so the sides and my forehead, I'm going to be using the Revolution in Real Life Skin Filter Primer. This is a Pore Blur Primer. It reminds me of the Benefit Professional. It's just a little creamier, and I do feel like it does mattify, but it also fills in the pores. It is a lot more nourishing on the skin than the Laura Mercier one. So I like to use it around my face because we want a matte finish for that foundation today. I hope that you are having an outstanding start to 2023. I think 2022 was a time for me to kind of settle into few changes in my life, and I feel like I've reached a point where I'm as settled can be, and I'm trying to make more of a presence on my YouTube, on my social media, because that is my passion. That is what I love to do. And I do feel like everyday life can quickly take away from that. And I kind of feel like I lose myself from, I lose my identity in a way. It's really bizarre. I just always feel like an element of me is missing every time I don't record a video, which is crazy. Anyway, so the foundation, as I said, I'm using the Good Apple foundation by KVD Vegan Beauty. And the shade that I've got Tan 74. First of all, I really love the plastic packaging. I think it's really nice, and you can see the product. You can see the shade name at the back. I'm sure you've seen like a million reviews, but I know I am like, the lateness is on another level, like a whole year. And then the other shade that I have is Tan 66, which is pretty light. So if I wanted to use it to kind of like highlight, I probably could. So I'm going to put it side by side. So this is Tan 66. And then this is Tan, oops, got my nail in it, Tan 74. So definitely we're going to use Tan 74. And the way I used it is I scooped a little bit on my mixing tray because it's very creamy. It's a very creamy foundation. I watched a lot of reviews, and I know a lot of people say it's not for oily skin, blah blah blah. But I do believe that you can use it if you use the right primer. So a few of the things it claims, it says instantly covers everything, so high coverage. It says best for balanced to dry skin. However, oily folks can use it to just set with a little powder, which I intend to do. So infused with apple extract, so it will nourish, it will hydrate the skin, minimizes appearance of pores, so smooth skin. It's vegan, it's cruelty free. It does say how to use it, so a little bit goes a long way. Start with a small amount, blend to desired coverage, use a patting motion for the fullest coverage, use your fingers to spot conceal. For oily areas, use foundation with Lock-It setting powder. Yeah, we get it. So I've scooped a little bit on my little tray. So how I used it was I took a little brush because I do want to dispense the product all over my face first and then blend it out. If it makes sense. But I just do one side first. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Complexion brush, which I love. Let me zoom you guys in a bit. There we go. Here we go. And I just blend that in. You can see that it's not exactly my shade, but we can make it work. Coverage is not bad. Yeah. And I've only put the tiniest bit, so that's there. Can still see my skin, which I like. I want my skin to breathe, and that's the other side there, so that's pretty good. Like, and I always try to avoid underneath my eyes because we don't want cakiness. So that's this side, and that's that side. Not bad, not bad. So this is it with both sides on. You can see it doesn't really match, but we can make it work. The coverage is there though. Leave the hype, the coverage is there, and I only use that for my face. So it's just the performance that might be a little questionable, but my skin looks supple, it looks good, it's breathing, fantastic. So I do have the concealers from KVD Vegan Beauty as well, but I've used these concealers in several videos on TikTok and also on Instagram. So they are called the Good Apple Lightweight Full Coverage Concealers, and I got them in shade Tan 167 and Tan 169. Actually, I was sent these with the foundation from the brand or PR company. So I got one that is closer to my skin and one that is light for highlighting. And I must say that I absolutely love these. I feel like they're not drying under the skin. The coverage is really, really good. You do have some time to blend it out. It does give you like a natural type of finish. It's not cakey, it's not heavy. It's really good coverage as well that you get. And it's comfortable, it stays on all day, works well with all of my powders. I don't have a problem. I use compact, I use loose, and I really, really do love the applicator for this concealer. So we're not going to use this one today because I've used this a few times. Instead, we're going to use the new concealers from Ofra. So I unboxed this on my TikTok. If you're not following me, make sure you follow me, and I also unboxed it on my Instagram, and I have been using it behind the scenes just to see what I think about them. So go and check out that video. I swatched all the shades that I was sent, but there are 14 shades in this launch. Hopefully there'll be more shades because I know that they're always like skip shades in between, you know, when you're like in between colors. Anyway, so it's the perfect cover concealer, super blendable, hydrating, comes in the usual Ofra packaging with the little white thing. So I have been using it. We are going to use a few of them today. So I'm going to start off with tan chestnut. This is one that is closer. I believe it's closer. Let's have a look. Is it closer to my skin? Yeah, it's closer to my skin. I've got tan walnut, which I'll use to highlight. And this is what the applicator looks like, a little boot. I always call it like a boot. But I love this stuff. So I apply as much as I feel like I need, you know. And then I let it sit for like a couple of seconds before I fully blend it out. And I've been loving this. I'm not gonna lie. The coverage is good, the hydration is good, the applicator is good, consistency is good, stunning. So Ofra also sent me their perfecting puff, but I have a few of these already, so I've already wet the one that I normally use. So this is like a little backup. I'm just gonna leave this concealer to sit for a little while. This concealer retails for $22, but I do have a discount code with Ofra. So if you use Medea J, you will get some money off, because this concealer is banging. I really love the coverage of it. Not because they sent it to me or I'm on their PR list, but like I said, the KVD Vegan Beauty concealers, I love them and I'm not on their PR list. So believe me. Anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to blend. Look at that. Look at that. That just, like, you don't have to highlight if you don't want. Like, if you want it to look like your skin, then honey, you're good. It just blends really well into the foundation. Like, so pretty. So pretty. So to highlight, I'm going to use tan walnut. This one is a little bit lighter. Like I said, the hydration is so good. So I'm going to keep this one the center of, or rather the inner corner of the eye. Because, yes, want to kind of highlight. And then I like to put a little bit here. I like this part to be light. So I'm going to let that sit a little while. I do have the darkest shade, which is called Deep Espresso. I did swatch all of these in the unboxing video. So I'm going to use this to just give me some definition. Because that around the face. So creamy. Especially as the foundation doesn't fully match me. Right, and then I'm just gonna use the brush this time. Same brush I used to apply foundation, and just melt that in. Oh, notice you can't see my forehead. Now it might look crazy. Trust me. Trust the process. It might look crazy, but it will blend. And then I'm just going to use my sponge. I'm going to use my sponge to finesse the edge. That is so nice. I like it. So I'm going to blend out the concealer now. How lovely. That was just like, so good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It is so good. Set my under eye with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And then I'm going to use a compact powder just to make sure that I don't lose the color underneath my eye. And I'm using a Joy Adenuga brush. This is the multi-use 003 brush. I love her brushes. I just love how versatile they are. And I do have a code, Medea J. Give you some money. Look at that. It just gives you like an airbrush type of set, you know? So you don't want to use too much powder because the foundation itself is like a foundation balm. You don't want it to be cakey or to look cakey. So I'm just using a little bit. And I also want my skin to look like it's breathing. Oh, I'm so upset. So to bring back the color underneath my eyes, I did pick up two powders. Actually, I picked up these two powders from Sephora, the Rimmel powders, but I'm not going to use these. I actually picked up, let me get them, two of the KVD Lock-It powders, and I haven't used them. So let's use them because I've used the Rimmel one. I got it in shade 210. Which again, I've unboxed this already on TikTok. So this is 210, which is a little bit, maybe a little bit too dark for under the eye. And then Deep 195. This is probably the one I'm going to use, which looks more like this. So I'm just going to use a little bit the brush, and I'm just gonna, yeah, perfect. So my camera died. The usual, but anyway, I kept my base really simple. I mean my eyes, and I only used two eyeshadows from the Morphe 18W Natural Wonder palette. I've used this on TikTok. I've given my review on TikTok. This is such a gorgeous neutral eyeshadow palette, and I'm just keeping it simple because we're testing a lot of base products and I kind of want to focus on that. So haven't done anything else to my face. Now I want to bronze and contour, and I've been loving, so I unboxed this at during one of my hauls here on YouTube. So if you haven't seen that, I will link it. And this is the Kaleidos Symphony Contour Trio in dark. There is a deeper shade to this in deep, but this is the one that I've been using. So essentially, I've been using this to bronze my face, and then I've been using this to kind of chisel in and really contour, I mean really lightly, because this thing is so pigmented. And then I've been using this to kind of diffuse it if I've gone a little bit overboard, and it's been working really, really well. So I'm telling you, this thing is so pigmented, it's crazy. So we're gonna look pigmented, like, and this is just the shade that I used to bronze. I haven't even gone into the shade that I used to contour. I love these powders from Kaleidos. They're very, very soft, and they are so pretty on the skin. Blends really well, even with the balm foundation. It just sits really nicely. Blends into the skin like butter. Right here, I think I went a little bit overboard with the forehead, so I'm gonna use the lighter shade, and I'm just gonna do that to diffuse it. Do you see how it just melts it away? Just a little bit here, just to make sure we haven't got any harsh lines. I really like that my skin is kind of breathing underneath the foundation. Anyway, now I'm gonna go into, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go into the darker shade. It's a little bit too much. And just look at this. Yeah. It's too much. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go into the lighter one, and I'm just going to soften it. So this is it with the extra chisel. No extra chisel. Extra chisel. No extra chisel. I'm going to take a little bit of the lighter brown to just chisel out my nose a little bit. Just ever so slightly, nothing major. I think it's looking good so far. Let me know what you think at this point. Comment down below. To set my face, just a light setting, like they said on the website, I'm going to use the 210 shade, the Locket powder in 210. And I'm using the same Joya Denuga brush, and I'm just going ever so lightly. So I don't want it to be cakey. I do like this powder. I feel like the coverage is there, and if I wanted to wear just a powder foundation, this would work really nicely, actually. It looks really good. Just bring down my neck a little bit. That looks really nice. So keeping with Kaleidos, for my blush, I'm going to use the Kaleidos blush in Sanguine, I believe. It's so pretty. So pretty. And because I haven't got a lot of eyeshadow going on, I think I might go a little bit ham with the blush. Ooh. It's so pretty. So fresh looking. So fresh and so young. I feel like that just makes my skin I feel like that just makes my skin look really healthy, really awake, fresh, young, youthful. I like it. I'm happy with the way the base is, so I'm going to go ahead and lock this in place, and then I'm going to use my highlighter and then finish off the eyes. So to lock it in place, I'm using the Ofra Makeup Fixer. This is by far one of my favorite setting sprays, and this will set the makeup. I like to be generous. My skin's looking pretty darn good, if I do say so myself, and I do indeed. So I've zoomed you back in to do my mascara. So I've been using the one size, what's this, Fantasize mascara. Listen, the wand, prickly, she'll hurt you. She will hurt you. But honestly, it just gets right in there with the lashes. So I like to roll underneath and then fan it out just to get all the lashes, Sometimes I wear lashes, sometimes I just go with my natural lashes. It just depends. But I want to show you one side compared to the other. So once I've rolled it, then I fan it out. So let's come in. You can see this is the side with the mascara at the top, and this is the side without. Alright, so these are my eyes with the mascara on both. You see how full my lashes look like. Alright. And yeah, I've completed my face because again my camera died, don't even ask. So for highlighter, I use the Ofra Signature Palette in Frosted Glow, and I use these two shades. So this is Saharan Dawn and Soho. I mix the two together to kind of give me like it looks like wet skin, which I really love. On my lips, I've got the P. Louise lip pencil in Standards. And I've also got the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte liquid lipstick in Mercury Rising. Let me zoom out so you can see the finished look. Yes, I love it. I think it looks very natural. Not natural, but it looks like glowing skin. I don't feel like the Good Apple foundation or balm made my skin look heavy or anything. I do feel like it looks really good. It looks fresh. It looks awake. So obviously I'm not doing a wear test of the Good Apple foundation, but I have done a wear test already with a more hydrating primer, and my oils just went crazy. But because I'm using a mattifying primer, I'm pretty sure that it will last longer. So if I was to recommend anything that I've used today, I've got a few. Definitely the Ofra concealers, because they're very creamy, very hydrating. You can see how well it sits under the eyes. And I used a loose setting powder, and I even used a little compact powder on top of it, and I just dusted it away. So I didn't cake it on, I didn't try and bake or anything, but it still looks really good, really, really hydrated. So I definitely recommend the concealers. I also recommend the KVD Lock-It powders. I do feel like it worked really well with the foundation, didn't it? Like, it doesn't look cakey, it looks fresh, but it also has really good pigmentation to it. So I'm quite excited to use it on its own, on like a powder foundation, rather than with a liquid or with a cream foundation. But I do recommend them. I feel like it works really, really, really well. I definitely will recommend the Ofra highlighter palette. So if you're the type of person that gets really, really overwhelmed with highlighters, this one is really good because you've got all these shades to play with. And to be honest, this is all you need. They've got really good highlighters. I mean, there's Rodeo Drive, there's Moon Dance in this one. I do have a swatch video on my channel swatching this. So if you want to see what the other colors swatch like, I definitely recommend the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This isn't the first time I'm talking about it. As you can see, I have used it quite a lot. And also the In Real Life Filter Finish. What's it called? Is it Filter Finish? Like, you don't want to see my table. It's like a bomb site. But yeah, the In Real Life Primer by Revolution. There it is. The In Real Life Primer by Revolution. If you've got pores and you want something that's still going to be hydrating but fill your pores in, definitely try this one. It won't mattify, but it's not going to make your skin very dry. I really, really like using this all over the face. Again, the dent can tell. Like, you can tell from the dent. Also love the Kaleidos blush. I've been using this on TikTok as well. So if you know, you know. This is a really good brown girl friendly blush. And I also love the Kaleidos contour kits. I feel like you can do so much with this. You can use every single shade. And as I said, there's a darker one as well. And obviously foundation. I love the coverage of this. I know there were a lot of people packing it on, but I don't think you need to. I think a little bit does go a long way. And I do love the fact that I can see my skin breathe. So why do I have to pack it on? Like, make it make sense. People just like to do too much. So a little bit goes a long way. And obviously the Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipsticks, I absolutely love them. I mean, this orange with a brown lip pencil, hello. To be honest, everything I've used today has just been banging, including the Ofra setting spray. So this is a very, very successful video for me. The One Size mascara as well, fantastic mascara. I love it. Some of these products, yes, I've been using them for a little while, so I could kind of give you my review, but some are pretty new to me as well. And I hope that was useful. Like, I really want you guys to spend your money in the right place. So if I've tested something and it works and you can see it on camera yourselves, then definitely try it out yourself. At least you're not going to be wasting your money or you're confused as to where to start. I hope this gives you enough information for you to be able to start and test out the makeup in store or try it out for yourself. But yeah, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You can share it with your friends and family. Why not? And turn on your notification bell so you know when next I release a video. And yeah, I'll catch you in a future one. Remember, God doesn't like ugly. Be nice to someone today. And every single product that I use will be linked in the description box, including my discount code, which again, Ofra Media J will get you some money off. Any other discount codes that I have will be in my referral link down below as well. All right, guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye.